There we go. So this is put together mostly by the user formerly known as No Third Impact, please, aka your name gets longer every few months, I'm pretty sure. It was slightly short, so Rays of Red actually found a few things to add in here. So, and I sorted the list a little bit. So let's get the list on stream. Get the hell out of here, Dwayne. Mao! Hi, Parker. Dwayne! So, I sorted them to be kind of, it's all, the sorted to be kind of togetherized. So we're starting with a lot of AVGN. Don't worry if you don't like AVGN. It's not 100% AVGN, but it's about half. And I think everything else is like one person. Like there's AVGN, and then there's like, you know, each one is a different reviewer. Gonna take you back to the past. So let's go ahead and get started. I never watched a ton of AVGN. I actually watched this guy. I watched Discount AVGN. I'll freely admit. This guy called Irate Gamer. It wasn't that bad, but it's not AVGN's fault. But I feel like he's unfortunately had like a somewhat negative impact on YouTube, because like a lot of people don't seem to have fully gotten that AVGN is a bit, and they just we ended up with this thing of like, all right, being angry is sincerity. If you hate every game that you're you know, it's a good thing. It's making you cool and realistic. Whereas AVGN it was exaggerated reaction to like bad games, like bad old retro games, as opposed to bad new retro games.
The worst he recalls, he's gonna suck chicken balls. The angry video game nerd stink. He's gonna go home and
he is. Are there any Scott the Woz YouTube poops? I don't know. That name sounds familiar. I'm sorry to pause so early, but I love, where is it? I love NES Gibbs, where the body is just obliterated. It's like unsettlingly violent. I bet the Jews did this. I hate that animation style of Chicken Little and like, well, most modern things. There's a full YouTube poop collab on Scott the Woz. There's two, huh? Pretty sure he said he doesn't actually hate all of the games.
Our parents didn't order our Christmas presents because Christmas presents didn't exist yet. Yeah. Back then, it was all about fix with Santa. So every year,
that J.C. Penney crap.
To browse through these books.
That was a little bit early for me, actually, but I did read a couple.
Santa too. Fuck. Everything you could possibly imagine was in my ass. There were video games, of course.
There were video games, of course.
Like Dr. Hyde and Mr. Jekyll for $1. That's criminal. Speaking of prices, it's funny that at some point, the NES and the NES were both the same price. For the 7800, it says it has super responsive discs because they knew the Atari 5200 discs were pieces of shish. So the soup camera could cost $7. Yeah. Being able to fuck yourself with actual luxury.
This is why old like home videos kind of sucked, because that's how big recorders used to be.
Tell their kids what they want, and there were even knives and guns in there.
Dang.
But then,
stabby boy. Guys, it's CSGO. They predicted CSGO. Finally, they made guns in real life.
Gun cabinet. And right on the other side of the page is all kinds of kitty sleeping bags. Right underneath the Mario gun is an assortment of sleeping bags, and there were lots of them. Back to the video games. A lot of times,
oh man, Adventures of Lolo. This is not that bad for a puzzle game, but
gather crystal to stop drug lords. That's the best description of Zelda I've ever heard. For Ghostbusters on Sega Master
Not boosters.
It says fuck up some fun. Oh, you bet. Then we get to the
oh no, I had some Tiger Electronics actually.
Oh my.
Oh no. What was hang on, what was happening here?
Oh, you bet. Then we get to the
oh no.
Oh my. You're racist.
Oh my.
Full of exciting
You're
shit.
racist.
True to life shits in toilet paper. Are you
Urine
fucking
and
kidding?
feces.
You usually gravitate towards games that had some. Die was one of those. A game dedicated to die.
I love
You
games that
didn't
have
know
sus.
anything about dying. You wanted to kill yourself. You wanted to be hip. You had to at least try to die. If you weren't good at it, you'd fall on your face and shit yourself. Then you'd go play this game and shit yourself even more. All you do is fall, and fall. And fall.
This game
The
is,
only way
like,
to play
painful to
decent
play.
At it is to masturbate. It's like teaching yourself to buck backwards on a tightrope. And once you do get used to 5
That sounds
mini-games,
about
you
like an
realize
actual
that's
AVGN
jizz.
quote.
Then there was bad dudes.
You fuck a
or
buffalo
bad
backwards
dude,
on a
as it was
tightrope
called.
out of my
It didn't
ass.
mean bad meant that it had to be bad. It just makes you want to fight
Giant mutant chickens.
instead. Bad. Like, what was it with that?
Oh, Karnov.
We could
Or
blame
no, is that
Michael
Karnov?
Jackson for making the word awesome so bad.
No, I don't think it is.
One that's
It
always
looks
been
like
on
him,
my
though.
personal hate list is Direction Champ. This is one that was just as horrible back then as it is back then. It's an early example of a one-on-one.
Oh, man, Data
fucking
East.
game, but good.
They make,
Lord,
like,
did they
not
fuck. I just
good,
mashed
but,
my fist
like,
and see
funny
what happens.
games.
Most of the time you miss. It's not like he's bucking. Your fists and cock are going right through him, as if you're fucking a ghost. It's hard enough to fuck your opponent.
I ain't afraid
but
of no
it's even more
ghost.
difficult
I ain't
to
afraid
keep
of no
yourself
bed.
directed. It
Why-
seems like there's certain
Why is he
moves
trying
that
to
turn
suck?
yourself on,
Why does
and
the
there's
ref
no
on the top
variety
right have his
except
cock
for a
out?
boner stage where all kinds of shit flies
Boner
at you.
stage.
It's the same guy. Fuck
Why
him,
is
it's the
he's
same
got it- look,
guy
he's
for
got his
all
cock out.
eternity. Sure, the background's changed. but
No,
it
no,
doesn't
tap,
affect
tap,
the
that's his
background
hands.
at all.
Fuck off.
Even the
It's, you
characters
can
don't
clearly
seem
see
to
that is
exist.
his penis. He's got a little
The
chub.
request I hear all the time is the
It's
good
Gore-Tex.
Sonic the Hedgehog games. What good Sonic games?
He's having a
Sonic
Vinny
the
moment.
Hedgehog games were shit. It was Sega's worst franchise. Even though it didn't have as much variety as the Mario games, it made Nintendo fans shoot their heads. Sonic 2 was the game that made me buy a gun. So what are all these good Sonic games that everyone's talking about? Well, I took a deeper look. Sonic
Hey!
R on the Sega
That's
Saturn,
not bad.
which I've also been
It's
told
not
is
great, but-
awesome. Oh man, they're right. It's basically a racist game, sort of a version of Mario Kart. The steering is so responsive.
I did have the PC version, which maybe is better. It does kind of control weird, but I dig the aesthetic.
Sonic Shush on
This game was actually a blast to play. You just have to be drunk. We streamed this. We streamed this just a little bit ago. Let me get the link.
For this game, just as I thought, it's a video game. Board game, video
I
game,
hate- I hate
Board
video
game
games.
with some really good mini games in between players' turns. Basically, this is Sega's take on Mario
That
Kart,
stream was a
but
blast.
Unfortunately, it's pretty.
It's one of those games that's not a good game, but it's fun with friends to just like
Another
bitch
big
about with
request
them.
is Shadow, that Shadow on the Nintendo game.
Oh, I need to get this one too.
Sega game on a Sega console? Cats and cats living together, mass hysteria. Once again, you have to sit through a softcore porn before the game starts.
I mean, he is
Pretty
naked.
Spectacular, but why is it always like this now? Is that what kids do nowadays?
This guy! Oh my
One
god.
of my biggest
Oh
NES
no!
requests since
Oh
day
no!
one is
If you want to
Where's the
suffer, watch
just
Joel
move
play this
square
game.
around the
It's like the
screen
worst
and
thing
hit
ever. The
walls.
CBT wizard. I think he gets CBT'd by the CBT wizard for like 2 full hours. It's
And once you've
if you don't know what that
completed all
means,
the stages,
don't worry about it.
Waldo goes up your ass, and the game's over. I finished the whole game in 6 years.
You didn't play it on the hard difficulty then, because
$2
Jesus Christ.
Nowadays, releasing a game this short would never be excusable. Well, anyway, we have a lot more crap to get through, so stay tuned.
Nice futon, nerd. That's almost what I have.
Is he angry?
Thanks for watching 3.0. But before
Nice
we
pocket
dive
protector.
in, let me tell you a little bit about our.
Alrighty then.
You know, this is the real piece of dog shit. I'm sick
That
of
is the AVGN.
Hey, they can't
Yes.
compare to the 3.0. This is the The fact they had the audacity to make a baby and then blow a dog blows my mind. You have to daisy chain
Shouts to
my
blowing a
penis
dog.
I told Zelda this system before.
Wow, this fucking bastard fucking costs fucking $700 fucking goddamn fucking dollars.
That's exactly how I remember AVGN.
I need
Yes.
700 babies to be cheaper for them to fuck your shit with the dogs. The three had a bunch of porn games. Can you imagine a guy in his
put
living
dog
room
penis, I
with
laugh.
lazy
That's the rule.
ass And his baby penis furiously beating Kirk Cameron with the kick in the fucking balls. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. Crowd from balls.
Did someone shove your nose up your ass?
This becomes the fucking.
I love the thing in
meme of
NES
the
games where your character
Crowd
just
from balls
spins
is a
infinitely when you die.
Made by Crystal Meth. I like Rod Stewart's ass. So you might be thinking to yourself, but think about this. You'd have to fuck your dad with Rod Stewart's 750 balls. Yay! Crowd balls is 0. If comedy is your thing, road route is X. My ass is great. You can choose to either race or race. Overall, this is hideous.
Oh, this is the
Another
3DO.
game you
I
can
thought
also
for a
do
second
on
this was the
occasion is
CDI.
get
I'm like,
content.
this
But the
actually looks
funny
pretty
thing
good
is,
for
it's
what I
hideous.
remembered.
Captain Quit uses the pre-rendered
Diarrhea coming out of an old woman's bleeding vagina.
but super
Wow.
Fucking terrible.
That's what I remember about
You
AVGN.
have to furiously beat your cock into a sock. This game is fucked up. Yeah.
Oh god, there was a whole bunch of those shitty chess games on early retro consoles that are like, oh yeah, let's put graphics to chess.
Kirk Cameron. Oh, fuck this game. I never want to see it again. STD fucking suck.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Check out Way Naughty Dog. Imagine Crash Bandicoot.
Naughty
Pog.
Pog.
Bandicont. What in the fuck content? Dog meme. Bandicoot. Shit. Baby penis is a Jake. It's like a mouth. Fuck you in the
Naughty
mouth.
Dog has really come a long way,
That's
huh?
right.
They even hid titties in their first game, which is delightfully based. Well, I don't know if it was the first game, but it was one of the early ones. Cinema Massacre.
Fuck you! Get your ass back! Ass black!
Yes!
My couch! Fuck you now!
Finally, we get some ass.
He's gonna take ass.
Fucking what?
He's the angry nerd.
Shoutouts to Buffaloes, I guess. Cheetah Cube.
All right, let's play some jazz. We've already
Jag. Oh, maybe it was a Jaguar Cube. Excuse me.
Basically, you're in space. Let's check out
Basically,
Alien versus Predator.
you're in space.
It's a predator.
I like they have little handles on the carts. It's, you know, it's very hard to hold other ones.
Best console ports of Doom. It comes as close to the Tiger version as it gets, but they had to ruin it with one thing. There's music during the gameplay.
Shoutouts to 32X Doom.
God, it's all toilet sounds.
So I think I covered most of the fucking horrible Jaguar games. So now let's look at
Some old creepy bitch holding a log of
Shisha.
Attack of the Mutant Penguins.
Oh man, shisha! It's almost 4th of July, and I don't have a 4th of July stream in mind.
Got my attention.
If anyone has like an American Dad YTP collection or something,
I curse the day.
contact me at this web zone. Because otherwise, I don't really know what to do.
What the hell's going on? From what I understand, fuck a bunch of penguins, and from there, they go to the Doom scale, yeah, the Doom scale. They jump in the Doom scale, yeah, the Doom scale, and then appear on the Doom scale. So you gotta stop the penguins by using a weapon. For example, a key, right? No, the Doom scale, yeah, the Doom scale. Baseball bat. How do you get the bat? You gotta get the bat. You gotta collect letters that spell the word bat. Where do you find the letters? Inside the Doom scale. Knock it the hell off!
I mean, it's not bad if you're drunk.
You got any glazed donuts? He said, no, we're out of glazed donuts.
That's fucking bullshit!
That animation was so close. I thought that was the
Relax.
No, I don't want that. It looked like human version of that.
Got it. I could come up with a game like this. How about you got a fuck shark? Shake fucking trains, and you put the trains.
So are these just green screens behind him? I've noticed that a lot of these, you know, gamer review channels, they just have like giant collections that are on clearly a green screen. But I don't know if that's the case with this.
Fighting game, and a really good one. Most fighting games have fighting. Well, not this one. Instead,
Most fighting
it's got
games
this
do have
weird
fighting.
Dance. Wow.
Wow.
This is
Kick fucking ass.
Trying to find that one tweet about the nerd is a persona that James Rolfe can take off at will, while Doug Walker is just the critic.
and you'll never guess how to do the special moves.
film cricket.
You try everything. Half circle,
Jerking off.
down forward, cunt thrust. Back forward, back kick, down forward,
B, left,
back down,
right, A.
Oh, I
back
love the
kick,
Jaguar
B,
controller. I love those, like, the fucking keypad.
back,
Every controller needs a goddamn keypad. That's very ergonomic.
You know, the typical stuff. Back forward, back.
That's enough of that.
But none of that works. So you gotta either maybe have the instruction manual or go on the internet to get the porn.
This is some pretty sick smut.
And if you think that's crazy that there exists a pornographic Atari Jaguar game, well, guess what? There's tons of them.
Give me sex.
A little of the old in out, in out.
Work it, baby.
He gets more pens every time.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Die, boob lady.
Jiminy Cricket.
How do you wash down the bad taste of
Swimming
leaping
ninja.
flame vagina?
Oh my god, I've seen that one.
Rise and shine, me.
I think I've seen Jobel play that one.
Cybermorph. But let's give it a chance.
Where did you learn to fly? Yeah, I've seen Joel play this shit. Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Oh, I gotta get out of my head. I gotta get out of my head. Stop!
You learn to fly.
Where'd you learn to eat, asshole? Jaguar, I've had all I can take. You're the most fucking. Oh God!
Jaguar Cube.
Okay, we played a few jazz games. We played some games, and overall, makes me wanna...
That wasn't funny, but
They
the
make
symbols
a
made it
CD
funny.
add-on. Yeah, the fucking jazz.
Oh, I love the add-ons. They're terrible. I like never had any of them.
You have
What a terrible
game
idea.
console that fucking sucks. What were they thinking?
What were they
Read you some games,
thinking?
But there's one problem.
That's the first time
So
we've
I
had
sent this
that.
broken
We've had a
piece
few
of shit to my
asses.
friend Rich to see if he could fix it. He invented the toaster, a fully functional toaster. Here's his diagnosis.
Fuck you, Steven pile of bitch. This
That's such an easy joke to do when YouTube poops, but it
I'm sorry, man.
it works more often than it doesn't.
What a steaming pile of
Potatoes.
Yes, that was fucking shit. So I plug in a game, push the power button, and the red screen of death indicating death. Push the power button. The Jaguar logo comes careening towards me in the foreground.
Oh God!
Hilarious.
Cube.
Time to move on to the CD. The logo comes. So the first thing I did was deep fuck every single solid direction. Finally, I just had 47 fucking
Potatoes.
directly wired those two sons of bitches together, completely bypassing any and all bitches. I turned it on, and guess what? Red screen! So at this point, I pretty much just gave up and shipped everything back to him, along with a bong machine, which pretty much just says,
I smoked 2 joints in the afternoon.
and getting snarled at,
Was that ass? Was that ass on my Christian stream? Not.
That is my
Man, I want to watch the goddamn room. Well, we might have to do that like as a Discord
Thanks for
thing.
trying. And thanks for the bong.
Thanks for the bong.
Think about it. A giant cheetah jumping over Saddam Hussein. Whoa.
There's something wrong here. And you know what?
Bullshit!
The Sega CD.
I blew 250 dead Jaguars.
What the
And these things are rare. So when
These
the only
things
two
are
that I
rare.
managed to get my hands on
Ruined my whole goddamn weekend!
that leads me to believe that nobody cares about me.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, VGN. We love you and your ass.
Stand it.
Earthworm Jim 2. I like the
That
concept
leads
of
me to
Earthworm
believe
Jim, but I
that
can't
these
play that
things
shit. It's
most
so hard.
definitely Are so, they don't work. You can't make them. They just refuse to be Jews, and I've never had that happen. So
I was
in
gonna
the end,
blow my load. I thought I was
got
gonna talk about blowing
screaming,
dogs
don't
again,
mean
but I guess
shit.
we've already seen that joke. That was about blowing dead jaguars.
He's gonna gonna piss on a turtle.
Oh, hey, there's the film cricket guy. Wait, is that the guy?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Channel
3.
Channel 3.
Don't touch that dial.
Easy and
Houston.
Video game critic.
Most of the drugs I take are crack, ecstasy, and mushrooms.
It's crack, rock cocaine.
Shout out to our PSA stream.
I don't know anything.
That was just a
about
few weeks ago.
TikTok. I don't know anything about STD. I'm a fucking bomb. I'm a fucking nerd.
Rainbow nerds.
Website. Fuck it to hell. Fuck it to oblivion. Fuck it to damnation of mankind.
Buffalo farts.
People kind, not necessarily.
Fuck you.
Was that Justin Trudeau?
TV nowadays.
Television makes a lot of sense.
And the games barely fit in my ass.
Found a tweet. What tweet?
Bleeding vagina. Did you expect me to say that?
No.
B-17.
The nerd accepts a challenge from the Nostalgia Critic. B-17 Bomber. That's probably like 75% of the space on that cart, by the way.
Now let's look at the miracle whip. Now let's look at the miracle. Now why the fuck am I telling you this?
Because I like you a lot.
I love you.
Don't take that too serious.
So does he ever actually use the pens? Like, surely that's like a Chekhov's gun thing, and like in the series finale he like pulls out the pen and like fucking it turns out he was the real killer all along.
Think that's enough dicks?
What?
Fire! 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 Fire!
Got a three-dimensional invisible
Simple, ordinary, unembellished, unmistakable, crystal clear, as Frank as Frankenstein, as blunt as an atom bomb, one compound word, it's motherfucking goddamn science fiction, fuck.
power field.
Damn.
Ass!
This is a blizzard. Because I like diarrhea a lot.
He does, though. At least talking about it, I don't know. Heck. You know what sucks about audio match stuff? Is like sometimes like the start of the song is like 5 seconds of silence and it still matches the goddamn 5 seconds of silence. Like ass. Like the fucking what was I watching? I always pause in the best frames, huh? What was it? That TikTok of the guy who plays Fortnite and he turns into Fortnite. I played that like for like 5 seconds and it still got claimed, so I gotta like edit out the audio. It's fucking stupid. Oh, it's still music. See, this is why I don't like music gags. Is this just only? Yeah, this is only music gag. So let's.
He's gonna take a dump in his bean.
Oh my god! Fucking shit! Remember back when I first
Getting some pretty good
warned you
sentence
about
mixing
the
tonight.
horrors of the stock market? Well, I prefer the Super Nintendo version of chicken pox. Everybody liked the idea of taking a big dump wherever you go. They put Konami games.
Oh
Konami
no,
games,
Simon's Quest.
Konami
Wow.
games, like
I had a
Altered
Simpsons one of these. It was
Konami,
fucking
Shinobi,
terrible.
and Sonic the Wrist game!
Sonic the Wrist game.
Anybody who's played a video game knows that the D-pad controls your movement and the buttons control your movement and the D-pad controls the buttons and the stock market controls poverty and Jesus controls the school bus and the toilet controls your ass and
Not to
Sega
get all
controls
political
the
and
whole
shit,
video
but what the
game
fuck is
industry.
Sega? Oh, that's Sega.
Boy. Who the fuck are you?
I pulled up your bank account. You're broke.
Who the fuck is that? Who is that? A nut chat character?
Man.
Busy Pop. That the hell of a boss animator or whatever? I haven't seen that actually.
Use a computer. Jump right.
I would love a Mega Man game where you can use a computer. Oh, thank you, subtitles. Kid from Kim Possible. I never watched that.
Shit. Inanimate objects.
For real.
That's true. At least some inanimate objects. Waterworld. Virtual Boy. Man, I still hope they have like a Virtual Boy for Switch or something. Is there like a Virtual Boy emulator that I can get on my Quest 2? The Quest 2 VR thingy? Because I know you can sideload apps. Like I tried to get Doom on it, but I was too lazy. Oh man, GT. Remember GT? Remember the remember the 00s? I refuse to call it the naughties. Fuck off. Or the aughts. I guess the aughts is okay, but I don't like it.
Parents will love what kids don't hear. Right? It says, while the plastic surrounds the player with the sounds of action, non-players can listen to clay pigeons, read a big-ass book, fuck on the phone, or have a conversation in the same room. Yeah.
Wow. That probably was. Hey, I have this exact fucking dresser. It's from IKEA.
Had its own ass bazooka.
Super goatsy.
Story. When you pull the trigger, the screen goes second, and the target.
Who's that man?
Super sensor that wears, much like the Wii and its Wii U.
Cats and dogs would piss and shit on it.
Hey,
get him! Yeah, fuck him up! Yeah!
Fucking jump! From there!
God, that guy. That tooth gap, though. See, if you're gonna do a music, Becky, you gotta do like this. Don't just play copyrighted music over like Hank Hill smoking a blunt. Like, come on. Now we're getting in our ass. At least the first half of ass. I guess it's just one cheek. I'm not used to seeing him in such like high video quality. It's kind of unsettling. Yeah, this is what I'm expecting. I've seen more of this man's teeth than I've seen of my own family. Like, I could identify this man's teeth to the police. Amazing. Just the VHS of TMNT being smashed? I'm not sure what's going on there.
Today I'm going to be talking about why I do not think, if for some reason you clicked on this video and have never heard of the Sonic series...
Oh, we're out of AVGN territory, so I'm sorry. There will be significantly less ass beyond this point. You know what? That's a perfect place to pause the stream. I'm going to BRB real quick here. Let's get... Let me get... Oh, YouTube will be mad at me. Let me put that here for now. Hang on just a sec. Let me get my BRB. You can have the background, though. The background's fine. There you go. Oh, put up the nerd tweet? Oh, yeah, good idea. Perfect timing. What were they thinking? I have a bomb. The nerd accepts a challenge from the Nostalgia Critic. Put this... There you go. Okay. BRB. Yes! Alright, I'm back. Alright. Don't need that. Hide that. Alright.
The game stars Knuckles and a bunch of faggots known as my subscribers, and the core gameplay revolves around fucking Amy.
Well, I'm sold already. Holy shit!
If you like Knuckles Chaotix, that's fucking fine. You are allowed to like.
That's no good.
God knows I do. Let's look at the cover of the Nihongo game. Wow, this cover is so cool. Just looking at it gives me cool vibes. Let's take a look at the manuals too. Oh my god, just look at my ass. It's beautiful. Look at all this great information that I can't read about all my favorite characters, like Wechnia, Ken. Wechnia. Okay, enough fucking around. Start off with everyone's favorite shit, the cut shit and obscure shit. There's a theory
I love
that at
cut
one point
shit.
in development, SBO was a chameleon. Shit makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, SBO is obviously fucking your mom. Something fairly well known nowadays is that Chaotix.
Who is this guy? Cybershell,
internal demo
I think. I was inspired to make this video after seeing a blue-headed Vireo on my doorstep. Yes, Cybershell. So these, the next ones are all like, it's a different person. Mark Brown, don't know who that is. I don't know what this one is. The Gaming Brit, I've heard of that one. Summoning Salt, YouTube, I don't know them either. Joseph Anderson, don't know that one. Super Bunny Hop, I've heard of that one at least. Matthew Mitosis and Donkey. I've heard of Donkey.
This playable proof of concept features.
Why is he holding Tails like a baby?
Demonstrating the main mechanic of Chaotix. Fucking one last piece of trivia is that if you go to the color test screen and set it to these exact values, then go to the sound test and enter the following code on the ROM header while spamming the trick button over and over for like 20 full seconds, you can unlock debug mode. And the character list in debug mode is a list of characters.
No way!
Not Knuckles. And the second character is just a bunch of assholes called Sonic fans. Vertical movement. Okay, to me the fundamental flaw of the entire series is that Sonic's a furry, and it's so easy to get lost in that. If you want to see something kind of funny, just look at your penis. Lol. There's even a button dedicated to jumping. Like, now there's a fucking concept moving upwards.
There's a fucking concept!
But if you somehow do manage to die, that's fucking disgraceful. I mean, you know what dying in a Sonic game is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like this. Or this. Or this. Not this. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh yeah, the scary Sonic.
Have a live system at all. You die in the game. You die in real life. Something I always fucking hated is Tails. I'm a piece of shit. I hate them.
Poor Tails.
One of my biggest problems with this game is that Knuckles doesn't have a fucking enormous forehead.
People are so mean about like, oh no, I hate that character. I was so annoyed that guy is in fucking Sonic Mania, but like not Amy. Or did they eventually add Amy? I don't know. But like they added him and like the wolf dude.
How did you know
what?
The bad ending is actually better than the bad ending? Because at least it sucks. The bad ending is fucked. It just cuts to a white screen with all the chaos.
Guys, which side are you on? Team Sus or Team Fuff?
One thing I think that most people can agree on is that this game exists. So at least Chaotix
That's
holds
true.
up the Sonic game tradition of being released.
Quest.
The color palette in this game is so slick. Not even on cheese will stick. There's also a
Billy Mays here for ass!
Or if you remain idle for too long, Metal Sonic will show up to steal your PF. Also,
other body parts can't fill your house with buffalo diarrhea farts!
I really wanted
but
to like
ass!
Sonic Mania, but when it comes down to it, it's just not as fun as Sonic 4. Why don't we look at Mario paints and see if we can draw?
I can't.
So
I can't!
Mario would be the fourth best. Sonic, he's the main antagonist, and Tails would of course be Gay Luigi.
Gay Luigi, Gay Luigi, Gay Luigi, Gay Luigi.
The fucking Sega executive's train of thought. Well, my dick can't grow and shrink anymore, so I degree Bloodborne on PC. Never. I was recording gameplay for this video, and I actually forgot to make a Sonic 3 bonus video. But Sonic is for autistic.
4 blue spheres. Ray and Mighty Origins Plus. I honestly might get Origins Plus because playable Amy. But yeah, Superstars has Amy, and like I'm excited for that at least.
I'm sure
Stop it! Don't open that door!
Fuck you. Like, a developer makes
I have
a
heard
game
that
for
actually.
Wii U, and it sells like shit. It's all about identifying what the heck this is and taking a good, hard, long look at a franchise to see if it still exists. The next series to do this is perhaps my favourite of them all, The Legend of... For the next game, Breath of the Wild, Nintendo will be...
Breath of the Wild.
Which I think
that's what Soma used to be called.
Designer Shigeru Miyamoto said, "I wanted players to feel wet Japanese cunts." So you definitely don't have a map in this game. There's just a grey map that shows your map, and you aren't told to kill yourself. The text crawl says that you need to track down 8 pieces of the emerald. But how that happens is up to you. You're given
the emeralds
and
gems
from the very beginning. You can technically explore Skyrim right now, perhaps striding off west and coming across a cake in the lake, or heading.
Oh yeah, it was
east
Mighty, the enchilada.
Squeeze through a canyon before you.
Or no, excuse me, he's an armadillo.
There's no sauce in Zelda 1.
Sauce.
It's just I remember this guy who said Faces of Evil is really good, and I was like,
that's true.
Yes. And this is a game. So yes, Zelda 1 is one Zelda, which one Zelda, but the designers used some clever tricks to make loads of money. For one, the world map just isn't that big, unlike my dick. Also, Zelda keeps the Wi-Fi password away from you until you subscribe.
God damn it! Damn it, Zelda!
Actual lots, but through what you might call sauce. Zelda is, like I said, a bitch. But if you listen carefully, you'll realize that this video doesn't make much sense. Zelda fans feverishly argue about the meaning of this clue, which says, "You suck," but it wasn't written by the game's designers. In the original Japanese version, that same man says, "I don't want to live." Maybe this is why I kept seeing that bogus claim that Dark Souls 2 is a good game. So, The Legend of Zelda is a game that gave players a huge dick, but in more recent Zelda games, that same dick is far too small to use. So the question is not, can you make a game? The question is, can Nintendo make a sandwich? We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, thanks for watching this crap video. If you like YTP, consider subscribing to someone better instead. Oh, and if you're still
I wish I didn't
not
like
sick of
Fez. It is a
Zelda
good game,
stuff, then look
even
forward
if
to
Phil
my
Fish
Breath
is a
of the Wild
dickbag.
video in 7 years, I guess.
I gotta admit, I got to the main worlds. Like I got through the tutorial on Tears of the Kingdom.
Game is trash because each game is open and world and a game.
That's
for
true.
The Legend of Zelda Wild Breath, Nintendo used Miyamoto's DNA for a very specific purpose: to conquer the world. There are only 2 Nintendo games after all: Far Cry and Big Rigs. What this means is your only choice is to either kill yourself or nuke Boston. Really makes you think. Which means everything you do in the game is in preparation for that final fight with this guy. Well, another thing Zelda does differently to most wooden mops is in how many of the English voices that are actually good. Which is to say,
none.
Any. At the start, your map is completely blank, and you need to activate these.
I still can't deal with fucking British Zelda.
And any
I guess it kind of makes sense considering it's like Western European castle shit, but like, oh Link, we've got to get the fucking the rupees, then Link.
I was playing Breath of the Wild the other day and was intrigued by this giant mountain, but when I tried to get there, I was greeted by an actual invisible wall. Bummer. Anyway, maybe that invisible man tried to ruin my life, but Breath of the Wild shows that I'm not even real. But the thing about video games is how good it feels to complain about them, especially if they're popular.
That's game review YouTube right there. That's the real shit.
Breath of the Wild is shit because it doesn't let you fuck the dead fish. You can also take a shower, which I'd recommend. Unlike the Bethesda
That is
games,
true.
Zelda
It is shit because you can't
playable.
fuck the dead fish.
Well, almost. Here's an example.
Is she dead? I don't.
Talking about masturbation.
I don't even remember.
And they give me a clue. The little twin steps.
Are they
over,
like
the
sages? Like, isn't she like there? I don't even remember.
If all of this sounds a bit familiar, it's because I talked about almost all of this stuff 7 years ago in my video about The Legend of Zelda. But Nintendo didn't just take too long to make this game, it also looked at your naked. But you can tell that Nintendo knows how to make a convoluted timeline and they completely ignore it. And in the new Zelda, the story is very different to previous Zelda games because Link has to save Hyrule from Ganon. Is that
the remastered Twilight Princess, I guess? Been looking good though.
I will never make another sauce joke ever again.
Thank you.
Until the next one.
Until the next one.
Sauce.
Like I said, I'm a simple man.
It sure is boring around here.
You give me sus or you give me CDI, I left. That's the second rule. I forget the first rule already. I think it was about dog dicks. But let's not worry about that.
It's Wario time! Get up!
Although it's called a bitch in Japan, the international subtitle for WarioWare
Shove up your ass
games captures the idea far better.
Oh
Before
yeah,
we get
by
into
the way,
that,
we
though,
got
let's establish why you might
Kirby
want to
Tilt
play
Tumbles on
WarioWare in
Switch,
the
so we'll
first
probably
place.
get WarioWare Twisted.
Itself.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with having a passionate love for Wario's body. I have to admit that that's pretty. What's
That
so
shit looks like a
fascinating to me about computer
dildo.
games is that most computer games aren't even remotely interesting, but rapidly swap between computer games at an ever-quickening pace, and they take on a whole new life. Who knows, maybe this formula is so effective, it even has some merits outside of
sucking dick.
Hey, Vsauce!
Oh,
Michael
fuck
here.
off.
Since this video began,
No.
more than 1 million children have died. That's pretty cool, but as Cantor showed, there is no such thing as God. And we are
I'm sorry, Vsauce. It turns out you're actually based
incest is
quality.
perfectly fine. Also,
Okay, you're losing me a little bit.
you've ever disappointed right at home, as long as your home is infinitely large. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you kind of don't like somebody, just call them a nigger. Wait a minute. What are we doing? Can we really just say the N-word? Of course we can.
Christ.
But I'm a nice guy, so I refuse to have a potty mouth.
Potty mouth.
Or am I?
No.
There's a new way to inflate tires. Dragons.
Thank God. Dragons. Dig Dug's weird. I wonder how many people Dig Dug gave a particular fetish.
Air talk is extremely extreme. You no longer need to pull out. You no longer need to buy those expensive cans of. You no longer need to live. The air talk is the most convenient way to fill up your ass. You know how frustrating it is when no one sucks on your flat balls.
Flat balls.
The air cock is no cheap, messy, disposable cock. The air cock is a solid, large, bulky cock that you'll use all the time. So don't wait to order. Buy our shit right now.
Time left 0.
Don't fucking wait.
I guess the rest is not like fully YouTube poop.
Hey, Subway.
Developers.
McDonald's, I asked for a Whopper. You know what I get?
I guess we
get
can.
my dick sucked. Yeah. So I started.
It's all
working
YouTube
at a
poop.
new job doing.
I mean, it's just it's not all game reviewer, but that's fine. Hi, Bugs. I mean, we got to get to the developers, so.
So I'm like, hey, Subway's for that, right? So I drive to Subway in my car. I approach the door. I open the door. I get on the floor.
Open the door, get on the floor.
From the door. Yeah. So I'm in line, and I look up at the menu. The woman's like, hey.
Why is that sandwich like that? Why is it open? You don't get an open-faced, like, Subway sandwich.
His own life.
I can't believe Kneecaps is fucking dead. I also don't know who Kneecaps is. Oh my God.
Enter the secret aquarium in Super Mario 64 without pressing A. Now, before you check for wall collisions, I should point out that we did actually do this 3,000 years ago in 2015.
This video is outdated.
When pause exiting a level, Mario's butt conserves this internal bleeding into the but in normal circumstances, Mario's regular speed is copied to his regular speed, which is copied to his sliding speed, which is copied to his cock. However, like every button on the controller for one frame, and then slide into the star door located 100 units under the sand. This means that we get one frame to use the hope we set earlier to flash hypersonic pick into memory, which lets us perform HSP to crash into a parallel universe. However, if we did this right now, we would
An A press is an A press. You can't say it's only half. Okay, TJ Henry Yoshi.
It turns out that because Mario's a fly guy, we can trick the game into thinking that we are too, and we can just grab onto the secret aquarium entrance. Because we're grabbing a ledge that would normally be too high to grab, we call this a glitch.
That's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve.
man. Bring him back.
I have 4 words for you.
These guys don't even do coke anymore.
Love.
Puyo Pop is an
This is not. This is like. This isn't even out of context. He was just. This is just how he was. He's just. There's a lot of cocaine in that system at all times. It's amazing. He's just like that.
In Puyo Pop, you organize
Puyo
a group
Pop.
of little moe blobs or
Moe
Puyos
blobs.
into groups of 4. So when I got a fever and the only cure was more fever, I was delighted to violently explode.
Oh, we've got Irish.
Look at this. It is impossible. Sometimes, after
That's true.
some nebulous criteria has been met, the game enters sicko mode, which is just like Sonic Team in that you don't know what's going on.
So do you
and
still
then
like
die.
decapitate other people in Puyo, or was that just like the first game? No, you.
What? You suck.
Thanks to recent advancements and hacking Paper Mario, we finally figured out that
Oh, hey,
taking the shit will
is this
crash
Striker
the game.
whatever?
However, as of recently, it's possible to take a shit and also crash the game.
I haven't watched Striker's videos in a
The
while.
game crashes if we eat Bombettes. The reason?
Aww. I always wanted to eat Bombette's ass.
A lot of times we talk about killing ourselves, but when I learned to
Guys,
trigger
Bombette
prologue,
or
that changed,
Lady
since I
Bow.
always start my
You can only
life
choose
over
one.
again.
I want to say. In fact, I gotta make a poll. Start a poll.
We didn't make it. I'll admit, I was never the biggest fan of softlocks because they're not hard, unlike me.
And no, I'm not putting the fucking
gonna go
cloud from the second game in there.
And go in and go in and go in
and go in and go in and go in and go in.
Oh my God, JC.
Why?
Why?
Here's your op bonus 3 extra bananas.
Paul.
That's our third BSOD of the night.
Gun takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate me.
What's that?
Sus.
What's that?
Sus.
What's that? Thanks. I would like to see the end of Evangelion.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm in the mood to kill my own son.
You have nothing to fear. Give me a candy bar and I'll handle it.
I'll give you the guns.
No.
No.
No. Forget it.
His apartment is down the street.
All right, with 6 votes, we got 67% Lady Bow, 33% Bombette. I like them both, but I gotta say, I gotta give the edge to Lady Bow.
We're 100% black.
I would absolutely like to have Lady Bow smack the shit out of me. That guy was white as fuck. I'm not sure what's happening here. As if it's been completely clear until now what's happening.
You talking to me? Maybe you should try getting locked in the bathroom. I have some good news for both of you. I just chopped off my wee.
That's terrible.
Even when making quote-unquote videos like this one, it doesn't hurt to throw in a joke at the end.
Oh,
Or not.
Qbert. I got that Qbert remake on PS3. It's
The Ratchet
not
and
great.
Clank reboot was really disappointing, and I don't mean to say I did not expect to not dislike it all that much. Question mark? It's a letdown more so because it's shit. Since the original is one of my favorite classics, today we're gonna be going commando. I think before I crash this ship with no survivors, it's worth it for me to address 2 little critiques. Number 1, cock. Number 2, penis. So let's get to it. Ratchet was a game. They made a few thousand sequels, and now 14 years later we have Clank and Clank for the PlayStation 4. A built from the ground up reboot that tramples all over my favorite game. Okay, but seriously, I'm coming.
But seriously, folks.
Ratchet and Clank 2016 is about some dork who meets some normie. They instantly save the universe from the big game and never look or speak to each other again. The game has themes, I guess, but most people in the title.
I barely played the first one. I like the remake a lot, honestly.
And immediately it starts to become
I never
clear
played
that
the first
something
one though,
isn't
so I don't really know what he's
quite
bitching
wrong
about.
with this game.
Something doesn't seem right.
I'll give you 2
You gotta love
reasons
that.
why that might be.
The quality facial animations.
You can do anything.
Yeah, okay.
As long as you're me. Sex Meanwhile,
Sex! The opening of the first game was so simple and concise. Ratchet's trying to shit. Man, he looks upset when he can't. Roll credits. But of course, Clank is already saying random bollocks right after being born like 5 minutes ago.
If you cannot see the importance of it's you do have problems.
Clank, no! Clank, no!
No.
Go! Stop.
Incel Clank
Ratchet's
arc.
motivation for going on an adventure in this game is so fucking retarded. I need to go to the tryouts to become a Galactic Ranger. It's my dream. This random robot needs to tell the Galactic Rangers about a threat. It's my dream. I'm gonna lie about my dream. It's my dream.
So that's all we're stuck with.
Look, I get it right. I'm harping on about Crash Bandicoot. Maybe only I care about this baby boy Crash Bandicoot game. But holy shit, I'm Crash Bandicoot. Oh yeah, great chemistry. Really building up the relationship here.
I'm out of here.
Dead.
One of the most iconic characters in the series is the plumber. He's this guy who fucking sucks. The first cutscene where you meet him in the original game is pretty great.
Yes!
Plumber's crack. I said, look, the plumber's crack. All right. Shush.
It's punchy, funny, and fills us in on the secrets of the universe and the meaning of life. So of course in this new game it's this weird shit.
I'm getting a touch of the old deja vu. Deja vu.
I don't think so.
Drek Industries is Drek Industries.
Drek Industries is not Drek Industries.
Wow, what a cunt. Who will stop this crazy satire? You see, the reason Drek is looking to destroy planets, to take their parts to build a new world, is because the home of his people, the was contaminated with Game Boys, and he wants to create a new one. But at the end, right in the middle of the beginning, the truth is revealed.
There must be another way to make your people's brains function properly.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted the game? Our last world. I did. See,
What a piece of trash.
What are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins?
Sir, we are assassins.
Skid McMarks is in trouble.
SML.
We gotta get to
I'm
Iridia.
not sure what that means. Super Mario Land videos?
Hey, wait a minute. Clank already has the hype.
They're making a game based on a game? But they haven't even consulted me.
You might think this is an attempt to find Captain Quark a GF, but no, the intent screams every woman in the galaxy.
That's right. I am the man.
So we finally have a working ship to travel to different planets with, and... oh... So something that I really liked about the original game was fisting robot girls. Very sexy. That idea is being flushed down the drain here. So here we are at one of the most iconic levels from the original. Ratchet's asshole.
What?
Oh yeah, this again.
This again.
Pixel.
No, Island's Quark. Yes, very cursed.
Look at this schmuck. He's not even game. In the original game, every character asked for sex. Peeps gotta get played. Ah, I remember this part. Ratchet takes out his giant spanner and sticks it up big ass. And what is the point of the point of the point of the... In the first game, you could collect coordinates to different planets and sometimes go to them. Let's see if you can do it in this one just for the kicks. Oh, guess not.
Skid McNugget. I have seen every one of your races.
These cutscenes are the worst. They're so bad.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the little flesh.
How do they take the boisterous charm and animation of the characters in the original and turn it into this? Ugh.
Oh, Vizzy
No one
Pops
makes eye
things?
contacts. Like everyone's got like...
I don't know if that would be... I would assume that would be very content ID'd.
We'd love to kill you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
We do have a playlist in the... Or a playlist. We have a spreadsheet in the Discord
Why does everyone in this game
where you
have
can
to
submit
give them
playlists.
shit?
We try
I
to
wouldn't see Dante
check them to
using
make sure they're
anytime
funny,
soon.
make
I
sure
tell
they
that
don't,
much.
you know, won't take down the channel because of content ID.
Ratchet, this is not a pair of magna
Binny,
boots.
please play Devil May Cry 2.
You spent this whole time looking for Pokemon. You don't know anything about anything.
I know that you will. Search the area for Skid's agent.
Stop telling me what to do.
Hey, Nebula G34 is next, which means you guessed it. It's
Nebular.
time for this funky beat. Nebula G34 itself is just another level. Who cares?
Well, where does the R come from? Where's Nebular?
Except how cool.
I would expect that from Mr. Krabs, but...
Unless you remind him every time.
Me secret vermeter!
Collect trading cards. Immunicritus.
Was that Sonic?
You tried to leave my rangers alone. You said you
Gameplay recording is paused, guys.
What
I fucking hate that stupid message. I hate when developers try to like make you not record the cutscenes.
Originally, it was a sort of
But then of course they're on the goddamn, you know, on YouTube.
Wait a minute,
Flipping and
this is a video
flopping.
game? Right. Maybe we should talk a bit about combat. It sucks.
I'd love to do a where did the soda go kind of stream where it's just infomercials of people being idiots. We do have a commercial. We have a wacky 90s commercial one coming.
To create a tuna sandwich.
Weirdly, Battalia is now snowy instead of rainy. I feel like in remaking this title, there was a real missed opportunity to change everything for no reason at all. It's cool to see at least.
I gotta say, having played the game that he's bitching about, but not the one that he's like thinks is great, like I'm sure it's different, but like I really don't.
The plumber viciously murdered the duo, and Ratchet was.
I don't tend to mind when remakes are different games because like I feel like that way you get to enjoy two different games.
So what's happening in this game?
Then on the other end, the Spyro remake is really good, and it's like extremely direct.
All those in favor of sucking massive penis say nan.
Real tired of these pictures. You know they showed up just as I was about to
Sonic
speak on a
Boys
panel about everything.
Origins S3 music is from
I hate everything.
As
November
mentioned
prototype.
before, Hoven also got the cut. It's not in this reboot because it was blown up in 5 minutes.
No. Let's.
I'll miss you, Hoven. In this review, when I say something along the lines of, holy shit, you're right, faggot, that's usually a compliment, because you guessed it, I don't care, lol, lol. Core 2 in the original was also home to one of the best scenes in the game.
I will try to make you proud, Mom.
Aww.
So what do they do in the reboot version?
Oh my. Not that brute again.
Another level that wasn't updated was Green Hill Zone. This was a really neat level. It had these robot bad guys. You had to figure out how to take them out. These weird gold rings. But they didn't even bother trying to shoehorn it into this game. It's just sad, man. What a waste. I got a bit distracted there. Yeah, kind of like the original, they need to jack off the CEO of Gadgetron.
Do I get a discount on gadgets now?
Don't give it another thought.
Turns out what the CEO really wants is a big steak. You lose. Here's where we see this weird plot twist where the Quark from the original shows up and stabs himself with his keyblade, creating an artless Quark and nobody Quark.
Least confusing Kingdom Hearts plotline.
And then Dr. Nefarious comes in and immediately kills both of them. They're out of the game by... Like, okay, it's one thing to roast beef, but who lets the main villain's balls get stomped on by some alien fuck who's barely in the game? In the movie, Nefarious and his nefarious backstory is given a little more nefarious explanation.
I didn't even...
Black people pissed him off, so he shit into his mouth. Nice origin story.
I don't even remember him being in the game. I think he's more in the movie. I never saw the
How
movie.
this creative meeting went.
How good is the Mario movie, by the way? It's $25 on Amazon. I might get it. I don't think it can beat the 90s movie, though. I mean, there was the Thwompers Stompers. There was the King Toad, who was just
like a friend of mine
fungal goo.
Pretty
good.
Said.
This series was sus.
Gonna kill each other. And despite the PS4 still having no games, one game
Swapping serving of okay.
is definitely worse than the other.
Thief.
That's why, as I
very
said,
good.
The Fire Rises. If you've sat through
It seems like one of those things that like critics don't like it, but watchers do like it, which generally translates to it's good. But
and after all, isn't that the moral of this whole series?
Wait, Ratchet & Clank has a moral? I must have missed that. I thought the moral of the whole series is like make immature jokes and, you know, collect nuts. Which I guess is also mostly related to the first post. Or the first point.
has a strange problem. Many tracks allow you to take large shits and still have the lap count. A common definition was made for all of these shits. The ultra short. Super Mario Bros. Was released in April 2008. As with all Mario games
I don't think that's
before
true.
You can upload your ghost to the internet to hunt the player with the fastest time.
That's a feature I would like. That's like
hundreds of players.
That's almost Dark Souls.
A couple of seconds after the game was released.
And I was asking about the Mario movie.
This is the ultra shortcut.
It sounds like the
earliest video.
My objections to the Ratchet movie, it sounds like it's half the game and half extra stuff. It's like
He's going over that cliff.
I don't know.
This works
Dead.
because this game is weird.
I'll try spinning.
But
That's a good
once
trick.
again, why does Hope
Was that like
Must
Captain
Be
Falcon's
out?
weird uncle that like
That was the question on
is a
one guy's mind.
pederast? Like who was
Mr.
that
Bean
man?
35,000 volts max plus VR special edition. And after theorizing the basics of the
Mr.
checkpoint
Bean.
system and testing it on speed, Mr. Bean had proven himself to be correct. And correct. This is what he figured out.
Bye.
Mario Kart Wii breaks the game developer's legs so Lakitu knows where the key checkpoint is loaded. But the key checkpoints are strictly out of bounds, since the game wants you to complete a no-hit run of super ghouls and ghosts before giving you credit for
Well,
life.
that's not happening.
This is a map of Wario with the
For
full
people who watch the
basalt drawn in
movie
blue.
over and
You
over
can
again.
pretty much completely ignore these ones. The starting line is here in green and purple, and the invisible mini checkpoints are here in red. They are the invisible ones. If your cart touches anywhere in the box, you die. As I mentioned before, Wario actually keeps track of which checkpoints you've driven through by eating an entire pack of Oreo cookies. Now, it's time to talk about something else.
Coconut Mall.
On June 16th, Fish Man
Coconut
revealed
gun?
this to the world.
Can fire its
The game
spurts?
isn't that great.
Shoots
Coconut
ya.
Mall does not seem
It's
like the type
gonna
of course that would
torque.
have an ultra shortcut. However, all that matters is Luigi.
That's true. Year of Luigi.
It's unknown exactly who
Never
discovered
ended,
Luigi
baby.
first.
Which
On
year
April
even was the year of
20th,
Luigi?
a
Like
bunch of fucking
2012 or
users began to
something?
pop up on the
13?
leaderboard.
I know it was a
But
Wii U
keep in
year.
mind, Mario Kart Wii is already 13 years old.
No, it's not.
Princess Peach was discovered through a tool-assisted speedrun, which allows me to draw 2 carts from my deck by Mark in July 2012.
You've activated my
Keep on
trap
the tree
card.
And then explode. Sam would be the first person to do this trick in real time, but the first
Shouts to
person
Sam.
do this trick in real time was King. Over the course of 700,000 carts, we've seen 10, but there's still one more cart to fit inside. It's called a road.
It's called the road. It's called the Rainbow Road.
It doesn't actually work.
That's
You
Mama
start the
Luigi to
race
you.
in zone 0 and
That's
drive
true,
through
I'm
the
sorry.
end without falling over the edge. Humanly impossible. And that is every single ultra shortcut in the history of Mario Kart Wii.
You gotta love mouth noises.
This is Shirtland.
Shirtland. They do be having
This
shirts
course
though.
is a massive bitch. And obviously the programmers didn't want to touch any significant portion of it. So they built Thomas. The biggest issue with Thomas, however, was that it didn't give all the runners and make your own friends.
Ooh.
And it seemed like
I
it should
remember
be
that
possible.
Grape Coon or whatever.
doing
He
so
just
would cause
stared
the end of
at
the
big
world
titty anime
because of the
waifu penguin all
95%
day.
rule.
God bless Grape Coon. May you fuck anime waifus in heaven, my buddy.
95% of the track. Mario Kart Wii.
Where are the AVGN YouTube poops? Those were at the start. You missed them. They'll be in the VOD. The first half was all
The
AVGN.
game's code to prevent cheating.
I feel like I'm like filing my taxes while I listen to this guy.
6 years
I'm
passed,
sure it's interesting,
as
but
it
like,
turns out, there wasn't a new ultra shortcut discovered.
fascinating.
And then came 2020.
I'm still pissed off that we can have like Funky Kong, we can have Baby Pink Gold, Giant Vor, Baby Peach Bowser, but we can't have fucking Kirby. Like, fuck you, Nintendo. Like, that was such bullshit with the ad, not the ad, the E3 or whatever, where like they
somehow skipped
it looks like Kirby was gonna be in Rainbow Road, but it's like, no, it's just Donkey Kong again.
The next shortcut, on the other hand, is dried chicken.
That chicken do be dry as fuck.
Avoid hitting the lava.
That's true.
On screen now is your screen. All of the blue lines represent your inner demons. Those can be ignored. The green lines, on the other hand, are green. These are the ones that really matter.
Fascinating.
But here's the
This is why I don't speedrun, because I need to worry about the green lines. You know what they say.
If you enjoy
All
it, it would mean a lot
penises.
to
Come
me
on,
if you could
Luigi.
execute 1 to 2 other people. It goes a long way. on
Dry
YouTube.
chicken versus dry
Also,
human. Who
don't
wins?
subscribe. Thanks.
Remember to like and subscribe, gamers, and smash that bell.
I summon salt.
Joseph Anderson battles the sky for no
I
men.
try to go into games as little as possible. I like sauce, and I've learned that having any sort of meatballs can ruin the spaghetti. No Man's Sky has so much money surrounding it that it was near impossible to avoid disappointment. The lead developer, Sean Howard, apparently lied about dozens of mountains that are now unfindable. I didn't have those expectations. I had no shoes, and I can tell you that this game is hot. To call No Man's Sky a finished game would be an insult to the finished game. It's like playing Ocarina of Time, except it's not. There's a larger cock in the player's own ass than the endless space that's surrounding you.
That's a big
I
cock.
understand that some of you might unsub me on the spot, but you shouldn't unless you enjoy being dead.
No.
But it doesn't. So let's answer the question that I kept seeing posted.
And this sort of
everywhere
video was
related
like
to the
very
game's
common
release,
at the
even
time.
though I was
Like,
actively avoiding
indie games aren't supposed to cost more than 5 cents, bro.
Well, you find and collect semen in No Man's Sky in order to make it easier for you to suck dick. That's it. That's the game. The thing is, though,
Sounds pretty
you
good to
might
me.
not like it because it's boring. Getting back to the planets, though, some of them will have stuff on them. All
I love
of them
stuff.
Have the same core layout of literally nothing. I can say the same thing about your life layout. And this keeps going with the rest of the game. There's always money and free stuff on every planet, because otherwise it'd be possible to run out of memes to fuel your depression. So what's the point of it then? Why even bother if it's not real? Every time you meet an alien, the game has sex with your waifu, and
shit.
you will meet hundreds of aliens. This is bad enough, but the aliens don't speak gobblebobble. This is so extreme that even after learning hundreds of words in the Albed language, most of the speech was still an unreadable line of things. It often makes no sense either. One time I walked into the trader room, and the alien there killed me. But the game is so poorly coded that I respawned inside of his asshole. Unfortunately, I can still keep going. The game has no style. It has no grace. The same goes for anime. More often than not, you're watching the same moe shit over and over. This is the final thing I'll say before I go and stroke in my
Man, remember the moe shit era? Everyone was bitching about that, and now we have fucking... Wow, I can't believe I respawned as a level 99 boss in my favorite MMO! Fuck off. Jesus, bitch fucking Christ. Fucking hate that isekai stuff.
To murder each game that I play for the channel.
Every fucking anime has to have like an 18,000 word title that explains the entirety of the
So I
plot.
started my journey and I saw that the sauce had barely moved with my first jump. Immediately the temptation came to destroy the universe again. I had already completed the other progression path in the game to find the 7 super emeralds and from God. The final feature I haven't mentioned yet are the Steam refunds. These are another way to beat the game without killing yourself. Except there's a catch. Some people pay full price for the console version of the game. See the problem here? How is that possible when the PS4 has no game? As for reaching the center of the galaxy, the end of my journey confirmed what everyone was saying. No Man's Sky fucking sucks. All that was left for me was to turn the game off. And I did it.
I never got this game just because like I'm either gonna not like it or it's gonna like take a billion fucking years. I tend to not like sandboxy stuff. That's why I haven't really been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I'm really not interested in taping a bunch of shit to a car and be like, well, I'm linking a car. This is what I wanted in Zelda.
Newton's first law already implies that Genesis does what Nintendo. Seriously. Green introduces us to what most Sonic fags would end up looking like. Thick. Plus, if you get hit by a big guy, you don't instantly die, but rather it would be extremely painful. If you're playing the way you're meant to be playing, you're holding right to win. The top zone is now the Emerald Hill zone, and
yeah, hand-drawn stuff like fuck.
25 years to die. Your lowest.
Well, a lot of like stuff is like half like.
Plus, there's no black people. Which brings
I guess
us to
the
Sonic
3D
CD.
shit
After the
from
first game, Sauce team set to work developing longer cocks, but the team split
what the hell is the hot penguin
along with many other CDs,
anime? You know what I'm talking about. It's like a really bad 3D animation. I don't think that's super common, but like they do a lot of like
from earlier is now just
high motion scenes tend to have like 3D to kind of cheat around
originally
it.
torn up by Sega around the same time. The US team split into 2 cartridges and Knuckles.
I barely watch anything.
Complaint that it's all coming
I say while
inside
watching
the
things,
but meanwhile, in the actual Knuckles and Knuckles game, which was
I'd play that.
rougher than the rest of them, you start with one of the few first levels that's a Mario
rougher than the
level.
rest of them. The best of them,
There's a
Knuckles.
9,000-year gap here where Sonic dies and is brought back with the Dragon Balls. And this is the moment.
That's basically what happens in Sonic 06, honestly.
If you were playing Big Fishing Adventure 3, then you already experienced a better game. Warning! SA2 starts us off with Seam and Escape. The game starts high with the spectacle of rolling around at the speed of sauce, but the rest of the game is a big move
Rolling
going from
around
arcades
at the
to some
speed
big
of
games.
sound.
You see the team learning how to fuck bitches and building a fun game for once. But Sonic Heroes is hot garbage,
Sonic
which can mean only two
Heroes.
things. Either on game or everyone else is really game. That's why this video is cheating.
Dragon Ball is
because
not
Stigma
Sonic, but
weird
Sonic is
stories
Dragon
feels
Ball.
good, which is all fine by me. I still can't believe that I actually exist. And once again, after invading the Lilac system, we're back to shooting niggas. I was gonna
Only
try
I
and
have the
play
brains
game,
to
but
roll my
Yuji
lap.
Naka
I hate
hit
these
sociopath
thick
and
rings.
killed
They're way
the-
too thick.
Around the same time, a new
Those
3D
rings need to go
ball
on a
split
goddamn
off.
diet.
It would make Sonic in the huge, messy whale cock. And if Sonic confusions take
A whale cock is called a dork,
this
by
is
the
a
way.
game that is not very great. The level begins, then suddenly we're loaded into a map, so fuck this. Sega began creating a game that's not a complete piece of shit. Sonic Unleashed is less about controlling Sonic than it is about holding forward and pressing X. So things are things.
Boost game
Except
moments.
they're not. Unleashed's other half to its running sections are brawling sections.
I never really liked the
which
boost
is
stuff
some of
until
the most just below mediocre gameplay
Sonic Frontiers. Yeah,
But in the middle of this
I fall off in Sonic Frontiers a lot less,
and Sonic's supposed to
which
be
has
a
been the main
job
cause
not
of deaths in
sticking
Sonic
his
games
finger in his
since
friend's- the lack of
Sonic
quality
Adventure,
money
really.
shots is the saddest part, really. And Sonic Colors is just a 2D side-scrolling game. At this point in the book of Genesis, Sonic has become a hedgehog, and believe it or not, the story's a reboot of Sonic Spinball. Sonic Generations is a racing game, which retains almost the same gameplay from Sonic Dash, but the game is less of a game than it is a game, which means it's probably a game, so why did they have to make another game? Sonic 3D Color Galaxy.
I'd play that one.
You build and maintain speed by holding down ZR, and that whole process is just so complicated, but hey, at least Sonic doesn't have blue arms. Sonic Blue
I remember
is
the
an
blue
awesome
arms.
theme song.
Green eyes and blue arms have been the biggest, unironically biggest controversies in the Sonic fandom. It's
After a decade of failure,
it's true.
It does not matter if Sega releases the most impressive
Book of Mega
Sonic
Drive.
game
The
in
first thing
world,
to come up
critics
is the
will
Book of
always say
Genesis.
Sonic was never
That's called
good.
stemming.
Nice work, son.
Nice work, son.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Get a load of
Hello, ladies
this.
and gentlemen. This is the first in a series of 100 reviews that I'll be doing.
I thought this was a
in the
BP for a
Super
second.
Solid series. I'll be reviewing Ocarina of Time, Majora's Time, The Time, Wind, Twilight Mask,
Wind.
and Skyward Princess, Waker of Time, and The Wind. Since The Legend of Zelda is a video game, I thought it would be a beat need to come inside every version of Zelda. Look at what works, what wasn't, and how the time
Wait
has
a minute.
changed over time.
Wait a
First
minute.
up, it's Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was released back in 1964 and is one of the most disappointing PS1 games of all time. If you haven't played the original GameCube version of the game, then I'd have to recommend you get your hands on a slice of pizza. But is that slice any good? No, at all. Once the game starts, the player is killed by Ganondorf, the main protagonist. This is something that's repeated a lot in Ocarina, leaving the onus squarely on the player to watch for rolling rocks in order to proceed. The game, while exceptionally gay, provides an excellent introduction to Zelda in a three-dimensional environment. Since the boss also begs for the wall, Shiggy, sus. The Goros and the Zoros are featured between dungeons, and in many ways the parts between my boots can be the most enjoyable parts of Ocarina of Time, purely because the game gives you memes. The Zoras, for example, require you to be original just to get into their tutu. From there you have to dive down into Death Mountain, find the 32 puzzles under the surface of the world, and kill King Zora. After all that, you have to find Princess Rulo with a big fish. The game hints towards all these things, but the only real approach is to get good. Super Mario 64 has the boomerang, boomerang, 4 fire bombs, and a hammer. There's even a flute that looks suspiciously like my rod. Once the player has the 3 stones, it's back to the past where Link meets Ganondorf.
You gotta take you back to the past.
Massive testicles in computer game history. I mean, look at that thing. The Ocarina of Time opens up the Temple of Time, Link got sealed away for 7 years so he could grow old enough to take him on. And
Did you know that the Ocarina of Time does not do that, actually? The song does that. The Ocarina of Time is just, it's just a color.
In the first case,
It doesn't do anything.
Link can buy magic beans as an adult Link to reach new places. To buy magic beans as a child, which are then planted in various locations 7 years in the future.
Doesn't actually matter because you get both at the same time anyway, but fun fact.
Before. In the second case,
oh, this is the GameCube version. The fucking blue A or the green A always like weirds me out.
In the past.
It's
Link
like, oh
then
shit.
goes back in time and plays the song, causing the guy to learn about time travel and play the song in the future as a child. This is a clock where the man teaches the man the song, and Link teaches Link the song. In other words, the event in the future happens before the game would assume both events were destined to happen. If the logic used on the plants was used in the first place, then the guy couldn't possibly
I understand
die
completely.
until young Link played it in the time loop.
I love the question mark is doing a lot of work here.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. Moral is the worst game, and maybe the worst game in history.
A friend tried to get me into WoW when it was like new, and like I couldn't get the goddamn like trial thing and like to activate, and I was like, all right, I give up.
The main reason that is my ass. Well, I'm talking about.
Did I see Elephant Mario? I've seen images of him. I've not seen the trailer. In fact, if you guys want to see me react to the Mario movie trailer, I still haven't seen it.
The Spirit Temple is an interesting one.
I just don't watch a lot of trailers.
Clocks, but the fact that it's integrated with the fishing make it one of the best temples in the game. Unfortunately, because the game sucks, this dungeon is simply the worst dungeon in the game. After this, it's the end of the game.
I don't like trailers. I'm either gonna watch it or I'm not, and like, I don't want to spoil stuff.
I'm not sure how much sense this makes.
I could though for you guys, but
in the next video,
but only for that.
My own heathness, so I hope you'll join me then. Thanks for watching.
All good things come in twos. Jaws 2, Garfield 2, Go F Yourself 2. Even your
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the thing. I was at work, I think.
Come inside of me too. So hashtag me too. So obviously, Last of Us 2 was destined to be a masterpiece until the penis leaked.
Then the internet. Hey, what's up, guys? Dude, you know what, dude? I'm gonna change my socks, dude. Like, dude, I kind of want to change my socks, dude. Maybe in like something like 30 minutes or so. It's like, bro, I'll even post it on like Twitter and get like a shitload of likes.
I know I'm not the like standard Nintendo fan, but I'm most excited for the Pikmin. I might get Pikmin 1 and 2, even though I already have them. Just because, like, you know, Pikmin. Fuck yeah.
But the only way to pass gas is to pass the gas through the gas. The truth is, I don't know shit. Just like Uncharted, Last of Us 2 uses some mind-blowing cocks to bring this world to life. Though instead of laying them on top of each other, they're intersecting. There are some bold twists in here.
Why does this guy sound like... He sounds like he should be reviewing food.
With a golf club.
Who is he making me think of?
What sucks about always putting out is that people come to expect sex from you. Cool story. I haven't been
not the damn guy. There's another food reviewer that he reminds me of. Or is this? Oh, this is Donkey, by the way. I never watched Donkey speak. See, this is why I'm very good at boycotts. I just never watch or buy anything.
Before you go f yourself and all that shit. Used to a small piece of fucking garbage.
Diarrhea buffalo farts. What number? Pikmin 4 is the next new one. I love Tourette's Guy. Shouts to the Tourette's Guy stream. That was... Love that stream.
From the Cheesecake Factory.
Wow. Poop salad. My favorite part about that YouTube poop was I have no idea what he was talking about. Like, I have no idea what the context of the original video was. I know he was bitching about Last of Us 2, but that's all I know. I love it when the original context is just gone. It's morally okay to pirate Nintendo games. Well, that just kind of ended. I have no idea how to end the stream, so I guess I'll just end it.